I am able to charge my battery in silence. I charge the battery of the soul with God's love. I charge the battery with peace. In deep silence, battery is charged with power. Battery also is charged with purity. And silence, soul feeling close to God, feels being present in front of God. One who is almighty, one who is bestower of fortune. In this deep silence, I feel myself with God's power so that soul can be free from obstacles. When battery is fully charged, soul can experience ascending degrees, always full of enthusiasm, always full of courage, and keep ascending to bring benefit to the whole world. Always remember that my every thought of love and peace creates the ripples of love and peace in the world. And in this deep silence with love, I take Drishti from Baba and keep charging the battery of the soul.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar, January 27, Raazyukt, Fortune. Now we'll be listening from Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. At this time, we are feeling very, very close to Baba. Actually, close means near, mm, because close could have other meaning also, right? Some personalities are very close personalities and some are open. And when you are open, you feel nearness. If you are close, that means you're not open, you're not able to express yourself, or you are holding something. So when you are close, that means you're not fully expressing yourself, and you cannot feel the nearness. So I thought to explain that uh, closeness is good, but it's more like nearness. So we always say this one is my very near and dear friend. Mm. Near and dear, both qualities come together. Because when you like someone, you have love for someone, then you are very close to that person or near to that person. So with Baba also, as much we stay open, there is no fear. If by mistake you make a mistake, you tell Baba, you speak to Baba, feel that nearness where you can open your heart to Baba. You can express, say everything to Baba, anything to Baba. Even if you have any wish or any desire, any request. So feel, I always say, we write nearest and dearest. Baba also calls us sweet, sweet. So we are also near children, dear children. So this is what we are experiencing right now, that nearness, and we are very dear. Baba loves all of us. We also love for Baba. Baba takes care of us, and we also like to take care of Baba's yagya, because that's Baba's task. Right? And then knowing God or Baba mm, as a bestower of fortune, then giver of fortune. Mm. And then sometimes Baba say, I give you a pen in your hand and you write your own fortune. Mm. So bestower of fortune, he bestows, and that is like blessing. In every blessing I get, there is a fortune. And blessing is received. Mm. One is when I have a thought to be instrument for some task, some special Baba's task. Baba looks at that. Yeah, close definitely means near, and closed. Closed is close. But I was just playing with the words to see that we don't close ourselves to Baba, right? Remain open and near and dear to Baba. So blessing is bestowed. mm, And each one of us know that when there is really a pure thought, elevated thought, and sometimes a thought which is not according to your present capacity is much higher, and for task of Baba. Based on that, if it's appropriate, it's altruistic, then Baba will bless that thought, bless you. And when you do it, it's very smooth and it's very easy. And you know it's Baba's blessings. It can't be just my elevated thought, but it's elevated thought combined with Baba's blessing. And that is where then fortune is created. Right? Blessing which Baba gave to my elevated thought, and I'm able to do that, it becomes fortune. So even Baba is bestower of fortune, but he can only bestow fortune based on uh, some special thought and action which I do. If I have a thought for a bigger task for Baba, and Baba will definitely give blessing. And with Baba's blessing, I'm able to do. Then I say, well, it's my fortune. Mhm. So for some, they always say this one is very lucky soul. Mhm. And all of us, each one of us, we are lucky in different ways, right? Mhm. Some are lucky uh, with their jobs, some are lucky with their studies, some are lucky with relationships, places they get is the luck. So you might say, what is the difference between fortune and luck? Mhm. Luck is a kind of omens in you, mhm, and at the right time, those omens work. That means there won't be any obstacles. I always feel that one luck is in a very logic way, but when we become Baba's children, mhm, luck also is somewhere, blessing from Baba. But I think each one of us should think, I am Baba's lucky child. I am lucky because I am Baba's child, no? That's the luck. I was thinking that how in my life I feel meeting Baba, being with Brahma Baba is my luck. What else I need? Baba is father in my life, Baba is parents in my life, Baba is teacher in my life, Baba is Sadguru in my life. Is the greatest luck I can have. And after that, then Baba gives us uh, incognito, lot of gifts. Knowledge is one, but then make us instrument for service. And that's where he bestows his blessings, and I become fortunate. But that way also, each one of us, we are fortunate ones. Because each one of us, we are instrument for God's task in some way or other. Some through thoughts, some through words, actions, sometimes through wealth, through body. We are able to do something. Mhm. But then there is another word which is used is destiny. Mhm. It's like predestined, whatever remaining karma has to be settled is destined there. It's many situations are where you have to say it's destiny. It had to happen. But that also, I remember once there was a mother. uh, so we had a big retreat Madhuban retreat in Peace Village. She really wanted to go. There was no ride, so she called few people who lived around that if they can take her. It was not possible, but finally someone could. So went home at her home at 4 a.m. and brought her to Peace Village. She had very good time. And in the end, everyone was given a card to write, what did you experience? So she wrote, I had only one desire, to come here because I couldn't go to Madhuban. At least I could come here and experience Madhuban. While returning home, there was a big story. She got in the accident and she left body on the way returning home. So I was also returning home and I saw and I said, oh, that's destiny. They always say God and destiny, Bhagwan and Bhavi. That it was predestined that, but before that happened, she fulfilled her desire to experience Madhuban in Peace Village. Now, ordinary person will say, but why she went for pilgrimage and then this happened? It shouldn't have. But if you look at other way that she had only one desire, so she had to leave body, that was destined. But before pure thought she had got fulfilled, before that happened. And instantly I said Bhavi. Bhavi means destiny. So there are certain things destined, they had to happen. So I cannot say whatever is my destiny. Internally we know, but still have the pure thought. What you want to do for yagya, or you want to go to Madhuban, or you want to go to peace, anything which you feel will fulfill your inner desire and make soul very happy and also earn fortune. So even there is destiny, but you can still create fortune. So I know that this is something, we remember we are lucky. We know there is destiny. We also know that Baba is bestower of fortune. So understand little bit difference. Baba, whenever we used to go to Madhuban, Sakar Baba will always give one blessing. He'll say something. He won't say his blessing, but he will say something. And I knew that this was going to happen in the sense of your ability to do. That's why I never feel that I am doing it. Baba gives you ability, Baba gives you talent, Baba makes you sensible. And that is why he's called bestower of fortune. All what we receive from Baba, then we use it for godly task and create our fortune. So we believe in destiny and we know we are very lucky, but we are also aware that I need to create my fortune. Even bestower will give me, but I have to create my fortune. And that's why Baba says, okay, I give you pen and you write what you want in your fortune. So it's self-efforts, it's blessing from Baba, but also I have to do it to create that fortune. So we will reflect tomorrow, whole day. Always remember you are a lucky child of Baba. My great fortune is to meet Baba, to be adopted by Baba. And then another great fortune is that I have lot of opportunities to create my fortune and write my fortune by doing all that. Om Shanti.
Shanti, dear Mohini Didi, and greetings of love to everyone.
Om Shanti.
This is such a really interesting topic, and you already made it clear. And I'm just concerned that with my questions, I would confuse everybody now. So I will try to make questions simple, but I find this topic part of those paradox a little bit in Gyan when if we add, for example, the concept of karmic accounts, it's a little bit like the egg and the chicken. We wonder who came first. And fortune, Baba says, okay, he gives equally to everyone, but we become number wise in our own doing. And I was thinking that in terms of fortune, should we be concerned about what is our fortune? I know lucky people check their bank account all the time. And there's, articles in the newspapers about who have the greatest fortune in the world. Should we be concerned with our fortune and find out how fortunate I am? Or should we be thinking, where am I in my fortune? Should I increase it? Is it high enough? What should I do to make it bigger?
You're talking of your wealth as fortune.
I'm talking my spiritual fortune, yeah.
Spiritual fortune.
Yeah. No, not my physical one. That's no, spiritual one. Yeah.
See, when it comes to karmic accounts, that's where destiny comes, right? But what I am doing at present, I can create fortune. So destiny is what is balances from the past karmic accounts. So we say destiny, it had to happen, where there is both ways. Sometimes, Baba sometimes say, even if it's defeat, look at as victory. There's sorrow, but still take it as happiness. But destiny is like where certain things have to happen in our lives, and we take it as destiny. That means I am kind of settling from my past karmic accounts. But fortune is that every moment there is an opportunity to create our fortune. So even if we are, we met Baba's fortune, so many things, if we make a long list, could be of the fortune.
But
So,
sometimes we feel that Baba says in the Murli, for example, well, if this happens, it means it was not in his fortune. And I'm wondering sometimes if we can know if we are unfortunate or if it's a karmic account. Let's say, I don't know, I'm going to Madhuban and I go for a nice little nap and I miss my plane. I sleep and I miss my plane. Okay, I made a mistake. I cannot go to Madhuban. I miss my plane. Am I unfortunate? Or
I
was
think
this a karmic account that I had to settle?
that we should call destiny more, than fortune. Because fortune is always for good and always for more and elevated. Fortune is always higher, but destiny can be, different. So settling of karmic account or you couldn't reach, I won't, yeah, sometimes we could say, oh, it was not in my fortune, that's why I couldn't make it. But that is more destiny. Destiny is playing because of some karmic accounts. But also we say that those who are fortunate can reach Madhuban, not everyone can reach. Or even when we are studying knowledge, sometimes Baba says that some are not able to absorb knowledge because it's not in their fortune. So fortune is like a treasure store, and how much I have in my treasure store, that will be the fortune. And so there are something I already have, but then now Baba is giving and filling my treasure store. So I think that we all are fortunate, right? But of course, number wise, Baba says. We all are
Is
number
our
one.
fortune fixed or we can increase it?
Oh, you can as much as you want. We
Because
can
when we
definitely.
can increase.
How do
But
we know how much I have?
yeah,
So the
I want
thought
to
should
know what
be,
is in my
I keep,
spiritual bank account.
yeah, we won't know. So we have to keep increasing our fortune by thinking elevated actions, auspicious, whatever I want to put in my fortune, we can create now.
And if we think of Brahma Baba, it's almost as if his fortune was already fixed. And he was told, you will become Narayan, you're number one. I mean, none of us are given a number. If Baba tells me, well, you are number 355,208, I think I'll be very discouraged and I stop making effort right now. So it's good we don't know. Only Brahma Baba knew he's number one
But
and
Baba
he
says
still had
all
to make effort.
Baba says everyone keep aim to be number one, right? You might not be like Narayan number one, but keep aim to be number one. Like Baba says, everyone for perfection. Now, degrees of perfection is different in everyone. So when Baba says become perfect, complete, so every soul will have one's own complete stage and perfection. Means that's all eternally. There is numbers, there is number wise. But then one should see in the sense of that Brahma Baba is fortunate. I have to be number one. I am also fortunate. When you have that thought, you will be able to be fortunate. That means you will really like, okay, let me do this and see if I am fortunate or not. But if I don't have to do it and my fortune is fixed in drama and I don't make any efforts, then I'm losing my fortune, right? But if I have to make fortune, then I have to have the thought, which I said is elevated, is unlimited, is, you know, many things in life we could do. But if I say, oh, I'm not sure if it's in my fortune, no, we have to make attempt, right, and do it. So there should be always this enthusiasm to keep creating more and more fortune.
And if we try to understand the root sanskar associated to that fortune, when you say elevated thought plus blessing from Baba, if I act upon it, then it becomes my fortune. Do you find that equally someone who is fortunate has a certain type of behavior also? So it goes both ways. I create my fortune, but fortune makes me behave in a certain way. A fortunate one will have certain type of actions. So we can tell who is fortunate.
No, definitely because our, some is like, of course, root sanskar or original eternal nature. But each one of us, we have certain basic specialties, I must say, basic qualities of being more respectful or being more loving or obedient. Some of we have these qualities in us. So when we come to Baba, we always come with certain qualities, and that's our fortune. No, that is why there is a song, no, it's played in Murli sometimes, that Baba awakens my fortune, but I have also come with a awakened fortune. So I think it is both all the time because there is three aspects of time: past, present, future. So calculation comes accordingly. So yes, I have some fortune, and then Baba makes it more and more elevated fortune.
It's
Each
an
one of
interesting
us,
concept
we,
to awaken one's fortune. It's a beautiful image to awaken one's fortune.
that means there is fortune within you, which is dormant, and now you have to emerge it or awaken it. And really, one feels sometimes that there is a part, no, we call it part also, that it unfolds. So as it unfolds, same is the fortune also. You keep saying layer after layer. Oh wow, I didn't know I had this fortune also. So keep your heart very open and very big and look at your fortune at every step. There is lot. Actually, we are very fortunate.
And I know you give the image, Baba, give us a pen. But really, if you look at your life, how much do you think you really created? How much fortune you really created versus how much Baba almost really gave you or created for you?
No, but even if it is there, you still have to use the pen to create fortune. I mean, I still have to do, even if it's there in me. Baba has given me, but in practical, I have to again create that fortune, right?
But do you
Even
think Baba gives you extra?
no, I
No?
think no, it's no, no one, no favors from God.
Okay.
But some of the actions are visible, qualities are visible, some are deep incognito. Let's say I always say if you do something sensibly but with lot of bhavna and love, so you're multiplying the reward of that action. But if it's only good quality action, but not necessarily lovingly and with full bhavna, you have done. So you could be sensible, but bhavna makes it something, different quality. So like this, if we can look at that, what are some special qualities within action, that brings bigger fortune or more fortune. But everything is calculated, no favor. But blessing also is in a way, it's, but also there is something within the soul which pulls those blessings too.
Because I like the mathematics of Baba when he tells me, you make one step and I'll help you for 100 steps. So in my calculation, I created 1% of my fortune and he created also 90% because he helped me, so much more. And I sometimes feel that, when we say, I don't feel I accomplished anything, it was all Baba's energy, it was Baba's help. And so in a way, I was wondering if that would be considered like he gave me the fortune. I did my share, but he responded with so much more that at the end I would say, well, he made me fortunate.
So when he says, I come hundredfold forward, is to give you courage, to give you power, but you will still have, we are
Okay.
still have to do it. I see it like when I say I take a step of courage, Baba comes forward, that means he helps me in that courage, but I still have to do, for that fortune, whatever. So I see it more as Baba gives the soul that power, and but I still have to create fortune by doing it. Without doing, my fortune won't multiply.
And then when Baba says, if you make a mistake, your fortune is destroyed. And I find sometimes it's a very high price. He's very, when sometimes he says in the Murdi, one mistake, your whole fortune is destroyed. I said, what? If a person has made effort for 10 years and one mistake canceled all the fortune, I find it sometimes a little bit, the price is a little bit high. Can we
I
recreate the fortune quickly afterwards? Or
no, I think it depends on what kind of mistake. It's
mm,
like you are blowing the foundation, something to do with purity, or so if depends on what kind of mistake. Some mistake you are shaking whole foundation. So naturally you have to build it again, right? That can't be repaired. You have to rebuild it. So it's a lot of work there, no? So that's what Baba means that. But like if you get upset or angry, sometimes Baba says people won't forget it for 6 months. You got upset or said something, and then when they don't forget, their vibrations are not good for us, right? So it's a very different ways. But yeah, definitely, if reward is multiple, then mistakes also brings great loss. That is why we have to be careful, right? As I said, some are very small mistakes and some are very big mistake, very deeply connected with our foundation of Brahmin life.
So last question about, still it's the month we're looking at Brahma Baba's life. And Brahma Baba was obviously number one fortunate soul. Do you feel that he was helping others to create their fortune as well? And do we have also to help others in creating their fortune? Are we becoming fortune makers for others?
See, Brahma Baba was fortunate, but how much he did look at his renunciation, his sacrifice, his service, and whatever, so many situations in Yagya. But definitely his fortune was connected with the children also. No? If there were 300 of them, whatever situation happened was for all of them. So, of course, we are all connected with each other as far as fortune is connected. So, Baba was fortunate and he inspired, set example, and showed the path how to create fortune for us also.
So I hope this will be a memorial that in the world today, lucky people, the more fortunate they are, the more distance between the fortunate and the poor people. And fortunate people sometimes get their fortune on the back of poor people. But for a spiritual fortune, I think it's worked the other way around, that the more we become fortunate, the more we make everyone fortunate as well. If we, in the Murli Baba said today, the other day, if you awaken, the whole world awaken. If you increase or if you ascend, the whole world goes in ascending. So in a way, our fortune make others fortunate, I hope.
Because we definitely share our fortune with everyone in some way or other. So to make everyone fortunate.
So let's see what Sister Gayatri will bring in our little bank account for tomorrow.
Well, Eric, have you ever received a fortune cookie from Baba?
A fortune cookie. I got blessings and tollies, combined fortune cookies.
Yeah. And you know what a fortune cookie is?
Yeah. The Chinese one?
Yeah. So
yeah, that's why I said blessing. Baba never put the blessing in the toli. He usually keeps them separate, but I can try to.
No, that's where you're missing out on the fortune. In every toli, there's a blessing. That's your fortune cookie. And sometimes because we don't know that, we eat the toli, but we don't see the fortune in the toli because we're looking for the blessing card for that. So something new to think about, right? You better start taking those tolis because there's a fortune. It's a fortune cookie. That's where the Chinese got it from, Baba's toli.
So people will be suspicious next time I eat a toli if I open it up and I look for the little paper inside.
Well, there's no paper. It's already in your soul.
Thank you, Yate.
Okay, so this was quite an interesting conversation. And today, January 27th, it is fortune. And the roots and skara being fortune, and the three points on there is luck that Sister Mohini took up, and faith, which she didn't take up much, which is like the word kismat is used, even kismat is in the English dictionary, it's become a word like karma, and destiny written in your stars. But I noticed Sister Mohini took up destiny very much to do with karma. And she talked about luck being the omens we carry within ourselves and emerge at the right time. And then, of course, she focused on fortune being that which we create through and accumulate in our imperishable treasures. Um, Sister Moini also spoke about Shiv Baba being the Bhagya Vidata, but I know in some Murlis he also called Brahma Baba Bhagya Vidata. And so my understanding of that is that when it comes to fortune, and I think Sister Mohini explained it, that it is something that we do together as well. One is the individual fortune, that I come to Baba with my awakened fortune, but also there is a collective element to fortune, and that is the way we are together. Whatever we do impact one another. So when we change, we ascend. Everyone's fortune, in a way, is awakened. But also, we're showing the path to others together. We are becoming examples together. And I think that Brahma Baba did become the Bhagya Vidata in the physical world, because he did all of that and in beautiful ways awaken all the fortune of all of us. And yeah, and then he says, I love this part because he said it in the Murli that on the path of bhakti, people would say to one another that, where were you when Brahma was distributing fortune? So even on the path of bhakti, it was recognized that it was through Brahma that God distributed fortune. And then Baba is saying to us, take whatever fortune you choose from the bestower of fortune, but allow Bapdada to draw for you the most elevated lines of fortune. So Sister Moni was saying Bapdada gives us a pen, and we are then able to draw that fortune with the pen. But it seems as though Baba also helps us because he draws it for us at a subtle level, and then we bring it out through the elevated lines of our karma. So many beautiful things in today's sharing that we could really choose from, and look at our own fortune tomorrow. And so the quote that we will be looking at is, be brave if you wish to live in peace and bliss. So living in peace and bliss is a fortune. But as Eric asked the question, when Baba says, I give you 1,000-fold help, is that fortune? And Sister Muni says, no, that's courage. So in order for us to recognize the awakened fortune I have come to Baba with, then I need to be brave. I need to have that courage to see it, because what that fortune really is telling me, that the highest fortune that I can have, or I could aspire to, is a life of peace and bliss. And so tomorrow, as we're looking at this quote, as we're reflecting on it, as we're contemplating on it, as we're journaling about it, also keep in the forefront of your mind's eye that I have come with my awakened fortune. And it is as if Baba, in a subtle way, is making me aware of this awakened fortune. And he's helping me to draw the lines of this fortune. So, and then discover the secret to your fortune. What is that awakened fortune that you came to Baba with? See if you can see it tomorrow, and you can discover the secret after seeing it. Okay, good luck and Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, welcome to a Vikti Journey Night Class, Jewels of Knowledge that Touch the Heart.
Hello, सुदर्शन चक्रधारी ब्रह्मा कुलभूषणों को हम मतोपनवासियों की नमस्ते।
बहुत अच्छा था। अभी क्या करना चाहिए? बच्चों को सर्विस करनी चाहिए। तो जो भी बड़ी बड़ी संस्थाएं हैं वो उनके पास ले जाना चाहिए और जाकर के रूबरू समझाना चाहिए। बापू जी का नाम जरूर लेना। गांधी जी का नाम बहुत प्यारा लगता है सबको। तो बाबा कहते हैं सबका तो शास्त्र में भी उनका नाम है, नहीं ऐसे थोड़ी नहीं है। कौरवपति तो ठहरा नहीं बापू जी, पांडवपति अभी पांडवपति को कृष्ण कहते हैं, बाप कहते हैं नहीं, पांडवपति ये बापू, कृष्ण को बापू कोई नहीं कहेंगे, सब इनको बापू कहेंगे, समझा नहीं। तो ये हुआ बेहद का बापू, ये हो गया हद का बापू। वो मनुष्य, ये निराकार परमपिता परमात्मा। ये तो पांडव गवर्नमेंट गुप्त है, पांडव गवर्नमेंट को कहा जाते हैं गुप्त, अननोन रूहानी वॉरियर्स इसको कहा जाते हैं। कोई को मालूम है थोड़ा ही दुनिया में क्या हो रहा है, तुम जानती हो बच्चे, जो बच्चे का हम अपने लिए अभी स्वर्ग स्थापन कर रहे हैं, स्वर्ग स्थापन कर रहे हैं। हमारी लड़ाई है, हम लड़ाई के मैदान में है। हम किससे लड़ते हैं? हम ये रावण से लड़ते हैं, 5 विकारों पर जीत पहन रहे हैं। जीत पहना यानी मेरे पास ये भूत कभी भी नहीं आ सकते हैं, भूत को भगाना है ना बच्ची। तुम लोग मालूम है कि जब शुरू में थे तो किसी हम बोलते थे अरे देखो इसमें क्रोध है ना, भूत है, पर दूर दूर ले जाओ कोई झाड़ के तरफ में, शोकवाद का में सामने में लो, भूत सामने आएगा तो दूसरे में भी प्रवेश कर देंगे, भगा भगा दूर दूर रखो उनको, भूत आया है इनमें। और कहा भी जाते हैं इनमें क्रोध का भूत है। तो दुश्मन तो ये है नहीं बच्ची, भारत के बड़े से दुश्मन है ये, जीत पहनी है, चाहे राम को वरो चाहे नारायण को वरो। यानी वो भी तो उसमें भी तो लिखना है धनुष तोड़ना है या बंदर से मंदिर बनना है, तब तुम नारायण को वरेंगे। वहाँ भी यही बात है, तुमको अगर सीता को भी वरना है तो पवित्र तो जाना है ना। ये है काम का, ये जो रावण का है धनुष उनको तोड़ना है। तो 5 विकार कोई हमारे पास ना है। तो जो पूछा जितना करते हैं उतना वहां तो जाकर के राम को भी वरेंगे या सीता को वरेंगे या लक्ष्मी नारायण को, बात तो एक ही है। तो आज सनातन देवी देवता धर्म है सतयुग में, तो क्या सतयुग को क्रिएट करने वाला कृष्ण कौन कहेगा? सत्य को क्रिएशन तो सच्चा पातशाह, क्योंकि सच खंड है और वही फिर अभी झूठ खंड है, तो सच्चा पातशाह उनको कहा जाते हैं ना, और तो कोई को नहीं कहा जा सकते। नहीं, क्रिएटर वही है। तो क्रिएटर भी है, डायरेक्टर भी है, क्योंकि ये गाए जाते हैं हमेशा कि करण में करावनहार है। और तो उनकी महिमा बहुत गाते हैं, सभी सिख भी गाते हैं। तुम लोग की अलग है, गायन सबका अलग है। तुम लोग कहेंगे ज्ञान का सागर है, आनंद का सागर, मनुष्य सृष्टि का बीज रूप है, ये भी जरूर कहेंगे। अभी कोई मनुष्य को तुम लोग मनुष्य सृष्टि का बीज है सो कहेंगे? न ब्रह्मा को, न विष्णु को, न शंकर को, न लक्ष्मी को, न नारायण को, तुम लोग तो एक को कहेंगे ना बच्ची। फिर उनकी है ये महिमा, वो जिसको कहा जाता है बिलविद मोस्ट बाप। अगर है बिलविद मोस्ट बाप तब तो भगत भक्ति करते भगवान के, तो भगवान एक होना चाहिए ना बच्ची। तो भक्तों का मोस्ट बिलविद एक शिव है, पर तो न जानने कारण लक्ष्मी नारायण फलाना सन्यासी उदासी दूर शाही पति बती सभी ये सब हो गया। नहीं तो बिलविद मोस्ट तो उनको कहा जाते हैं। तो बिलविद मोस्ट आकर के जैसा खुद है बिलविद मोस्ट, ऐसे तुमको बिलविद मोस्ट बनाए रहे हैं। और तो जो जो अच्छी तरह से धारण करेंगे और औरों को कराएंगे, वो बिलविद मोस्ट स्वयं लक्ष्मी नारायण के विजयमाला में परोस सकते। दादा का नीचे नीचे से पूरे बच्चों के ज्ञान प्यार और
चुन चुन के जग के काटे फूलों की माला बनाई है। चुन चुन के जग के काटे फूलों की माला बनाई है। बीच भंवर में डूबती नैया, बीच भंवर में डूबती नैया, तूने पार लगाई है। चुन चुन के जग के काटे फूलों की माला बनाई है। चुन चुन के जग के काटे फूलों की माला बनाई है। चुन चुन के जग के काटे फूलों की माला बनाई है। चुन चुन के जग के काटे फूलों की जग के काटे. Om Shanti. So night class, Baba always every evening used to give class and we are also part of it. So now let's remember Baba. Say good night, goodbye and take drishti from Didi and Baba.
Om Shanti. So constantly remember, I am Baba's most fortunate child. Hmm. Baba has bestowed fortune, and I am also at every thought, word, action, creating my fortune. So, very fortunate ones. Om Shanti. Good night.